We'll continue to take your orders here. Log on to hsn.com, pick the size, choose FlexPay. We have that available on the larger choices for you. But we're going to keep on moving because coming up next, we're going to talk about liver antioxidants. This is one we don't get to talk about every single time, but I think this is awesome because it's another example of something as we come off the holidays. And as we all, this time of year, I think in particular, we tax our liver more than normal.
Well, that's why we're doing this. I wanted to talk about this last weekend, more close to post-New Year's, but I didn't get a chance. Because I know even for myself, I'm someone who the only alcoholic beverages I have would be a occasional a glass or two of wine type of thing. But if you looked at the wine I consume, I probably consume more wine in the last 3 months of the year than I do in the first 9 months of the year. And I think for many of us, that's the case. And liver antioxidant extracts, it's what I say, it's kind of that little nod of a thank you to an organ that we really don't think about much. What's interesting, say we talked about cranberry before. We know when there's issues or things going on with our bladder and urinary tract. We don't really have that kind of a conscious connection with our liver. We know when something is going on with our lungs. We're breathing harder if we're going up a flight of steps, or we're coughing or something like that. We feel our heartbeat more rapidly, say, when we go up that flight of stairs. So we have a connection. Our brain works. We can think. We have a connection to other organs in our body. We really don't have that with our liver, despite the fact that most of the things we do tax no organ more than our liver. Our liver is the organ that every time we take a medicine, every time we eat protein, fat, think about cholesterol metabolism, that's a burden to our liver. So our liver never stops working. It's responsible for keeping the internal environment of our body healthy for all the other organs. So while we focus on all our organs like our heart and our brain, and they get all the attention, it's the liver that's keeping everything sort of sanitized inside for all those other organs. So liver antioxidant extracts, these are just botanical ingredients. Milk thistle, standardized for silymarin, is a botanical ingredient that's probably second to none in terms of research, in terms of science. Artichoke extract, and then if there's probably an ingredient that it might not be second to none, it's turmeric. So we also have our turmeric extract standardized. So all three of those ingredients, each capsule, that's all it contains are those three botanicals that have an abundance of science in terms of their benefits for the liver, in terms of regenerative support, in terms of detoxification, cleansing the liver.
Here we go. I'm going to show you what the choices are real quickly, and you can stock up tonight. A lot of us, again, I take one of these every single day. I know that I sound excessive. I take a lot of Andrew's vitamins. And years ago, before Andrew came here, I didn't take even a single vitamin. I was not a vitamin person. But the more you learn about the benefits of taking the various vitamins for different things that are interesting to us, the better you feel. The better you feel about yourself. And when you learn about these ingredients and how healthful they are to help our liver, and our liver needs a little help because let's face it, it's the hardest working organ. It never, ever sleeps. It never, ever stops. 30, 60, 120, 240 are the sizes. Here's the regular HSN pricing. Look at that, $30 off. The largest choice today down to $59.90. And then you can do $34.90 if you want to do the 120, $22.90 for the 60, or only $13.90 if you want to give it a try and try just, you know, the small try me size. The key to this, it is free shipping. The largest one is on FlexPay for you. But the best part about it is you're doing something Andrew used to call the liver as the Rodney Dangerfield organ in our body because it gets no respect. And the truth is, and Andrew hit the nail on the head, you know, if your brain hurts, you get a headache. You know, I mean, your liver doesn't ache. It's not like you have, oh, I have a liver ache, right? I mean, you just don't know. And the fact is, if you do drink alcohol, if you do take any type of medication whatsoever, if you eat protein, if you eat red meat, those things really tax our liver. They just do.
It's just a way of saying thank you, kind of acknowledging that our liver does important work. A lot of folks in January, they do a liver cleanse, and this would be a great addition to whatever liver cleanse you might be doing. I was just going to read some reviews quickly here. This awesome. I've been using this for some time now. My doctor says my enzymes are lower than they were before I started taking. It's the only connection we have if we have a blood test and we see our liver enzymes.
There you go.
But my enzymes are lower than they were before I started taking this supplement by quite a bit. I would recommend this to anyone who needs to help his or her liver to work properly and effectively. Best stuff. Andrew strikes again. My liver enzymes were up with my last blood work, and then I took this product, and all is good.
Nice.
A must if you're on statin meds. Statin, you're typically twice a year getting a blood test, at least once a year, to make sure that all is going well in your liver. This supplement has worked well in conjunction with my cholesterol-lowering medication. My doctors checked the label and okayed me taking it. We've both been pleased that the liver antioxidants have kept my liver function blood work within healthy parameters for over a year now.
Very
Great
nice.
product. Great product. This product is really good. After going to the doctor yesterday and getting a checkup on my liver, kidneys, and bladder, they told me, whatever you're doing, keep it up. It really looks good.
Wonderful.
From Sean in Delaware. Great product. I had an irregular blood test with high liver numbers. I took this product for 30 days and retested to perfect numbers. Thank you for such a great product from Allen, Missouri.
Excellent.
Wonderful product. I've taken this product for the last couple of years, and while I've heard Andrew say that a lot of people use this supplement only periodically as part of a liver detox regimen, I take one capsule every single day.
That's what I do.
I do the same thing. I take some medications on a pretty regular basis, and I also drink alcohol. So I take the supplement in order to try to help my liver cope with the demands of both those things. Thanks for a great product, Andrew, from Sherry in
Wonderful.
Michigan. Favorite product, really works for me. I have to take a lot of medicine, and most people do.
Yeah.
And this has really helped to lower my liver enzymes. I had tried other brands at local health food stores, but they just didn't seem to work. This formula has several herbs which aid in the detoxification process. Keep up the great research and quality you have, Andrew. We'll do one more. Great. This is for anyone who has high liver enzymes or wants to keep their liver in good health. My blood work proves it works. Andrew Lessman has the highest quality products. Try his omega-3s. They don't repeat.
There you go.
That's great.
Had to sneak that one in there, too.
Someone had a little commercial
All
there.
right, I know we have to wrap this up. If you're ordering it, excellent. You will be so glad you did. But we're going to keep things moving.